If you've been looking for a wild, wacky, crazy, and fun mod day, look no further. I got you right here. In total, 24 mods released today. All platforms, 16 new and 4 updates, including this 5,000 horsepower John Deere in front of us. And for PC Mac players, we got 3 new and 1 updates. As we've been doing all week this week, we will start with a mod list, go over all the new ones in case you only got a minute or so. And then after that, we will jump right in with our normally scheduled program. New for all platforms today, the John Deere 4213 pack from Chris and Riley, the pack class Evion 410-450 series Montana, which is basically just the 410 pack, Volvo Riedler pack, which has an interesting story. It's been through a lot today. Strautmann VertiMix 1702, the Titan Harvesterpack, which to me doesn't seem very done. We'll talk about that later. The KinnanFAB Big Burn, as well as the KinnanFAB Stalk roller, both out today. 1,000 liter diesel tank, Lizard FOP Weight, John Deere HDS 918-4 Ilm sprayer, Stihl MS661C chainsaw, chicken house decoration, grain boxes, super cheap way to store grains, object storage pack, Polish house, and it's got a full interior, small red brick house, it doesn't, and a new map, Monteriggioni. If you're on PC, we had 3 new ones for you guys. The Seguip XS 460, Maschio HB3000, and Red Tape. We start today with the fun John Deere 4213 pack, aka the John Deere Lego set. Now, if you were wanting something that's just absolutely ridiculous, well, you have found it. And if you used this in Farming Simulator 22, you already know what it's about. This John Deere 4213 pack from Chris S. and Riley S. is based on the Lego set of a similar-ish name, and now includes the 9RX series as well. We'll start with the 9R, we'll go to the 9RX, and then we'll check out the trailer. So, as far as customization, you can expect some pretty normal stuff here. Overall, it's kind of just a modded 9R at the end of the day. You've got your regular engines, 484 horsepower, 539, 594, and 640. We also have the 691 in there as well, but then it gets wild. 1,000 horsepower. Yeah. Go with that one. You've also got the easy power shift and CVT, which is fantastic. I gotta love that. I do love me a good CVT, but you can also go with a 5,000 horsepower CVT transmission as well. I can imagine that would be pretty fun trying to use that one with a power shift. Oh boy. Wheel brands, these are available with all kinds of really cool stuff. You do have a Michelin set with the white wall in there. You got a Continental, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, and a Nokian set. You got all kinds of wild and crazy stuff in here too. Pretty standard, normal stuff, or you could do like me and go for the trips. I love the wheels that are on there. They got so many bolts. Yeah. And then you've got regular sets too, of course. EU and US, depending on where you're at and how you like to use it. Front weights, of course, yep, we got those as well. Big old weights on the front, or even a front 3-point. Yes, a 9R with a front 3-point hitch on it. Wheel weights, you've got those as well. These are going to be independent, front, rear, both, neither, whatever you like. Beacon lights, you got the blinky blinkies. I like that they say blink on there. I appreciate that very much. So color or exhaust color, this is neat because it actually like changes the exhaust, right? Where's it at? Black, green, where's the exhaust? I don't know what's going on right now. We'll figure that out. We'll set it up to green. Brands, yes or no. You could debrand it if you don't want to embarrass John Deere or get sued. You could do that as well. Window tinting, as per usual. You've got all of the things. Do we have special? We do. Toothpaste tractors own it, baby. Yeah, daytime running lights. Get a yes or a multicolor setup for that as well. Let's go with red just to freak people out. Camo, yep, you can do that too. This is going to be your full set there. Why do I have front weights on there? Goodness gracious. We also have the attacher for the back. You've got your 3-point on there. You can also go with the additional weight if you prefer. And then we've got colors for all the stiff. So this is the version we just put together, but I've got a bigger, brighter version right over there. Yeet! We'll drop that one there for now. I did say we were going to check out the 9RX. So this is basically all the same stuff. We do have that 5,000 horsepower engine. We do have the broad tracks, which you're probably going to want to use. Those. It is just insane. What an insane tractor. All the same stuff too, all the same colors. You are good to go. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves one of those too, just because I want it. And lastly, we have the Lego trailer 4213 right here. Capacity of a standard set, 18,500 liters. You also have a 37,000, and we go up to 250,000, 500,000, 1 million, 5 million, and 10 million liter capacity. Do you need to use all of it? No. Is it there if you want it? Sure. And we have a trailer hitch on the back, so you can run 2 of these if you want. A couple different wheel brands for you guys to choose from. Love seeing that. And we've got multiple different tire options as well. We can also debrand this. We've got the rear warning signs, US and EU. Rear lights down, same thing. And the rear light guard's just going to be a yes or a no. And colors. Now, the real reason for this tractor is to have fun. Get out there, enjoy yourself, do some silly stuff, go 200 miles an hour in a tracked vehicle. Look at this. There's 70, 80, 90. Let's slam on the brakes. Scoo-hoo-hoo. Did you see the track scooting forward? Oh, that's great. Can we do some donuts? We can. Yeah, baby. Again, these are all about having fun, enjoying yourself, doing something silly. You know what? Farming Simulator could be like that sometimes. I prefer this, but as you know, with my Let's Plays, I don't normally use anything that's too wild and crazy anymore. I used to. If you want me to get back to it, let me know. I'm happy to do it. I don't think we're going to be doing that on KinnanFAB anytime soon anyway. Here we go. There's 100 miles an hour. Tracked vehicle. Tracks are actually leaning forward a little bit. Are they? No, not now. It's going to take a little while to get up to 200 miles an hour. I don't think we can do it. I want to, but I don't think we can do it. We're going to have to slam on brakes sooner rather than later. I'm going to do it now. Slam on the brakes. Now everything scoots forward. Skirt. That's great. What about backwards? 30 miles an hour. That's about as good as we could do there. J-turn? Almost. Maybe next time. The wheeled version is just as fun, so if you want to get up and really have a good time, the wheeled version, another great option. It does seem like the wheeled version gets up and goes faster. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Also, the steering on it is super mega slow, so be ready for that. I think it's just a difference between wheeled and tracked vehicles. I don't think it has anything to do whatsoever with the way Chris and Riley have done this one. But this one definitely gets up and moves. I think you could probably hit 200 miles an hour without any issues, although you will need to make sure that you're, going the correct way. Look at that. The rims and the tires look different. Oh, can we hit it? Oh, we're off the beaten path. There's 180, 185, 190. Come on, 200, yeah! Proud of it. Next up, the pack CLAAS Evion 410 450 series Montana. This pack is actually just a modified version of the regular CLAAS Evion 410 450 series. However, because it's the Montana version, it's able to go over a little bit more rough terrain, I guess if you would call it, like slopes, hillsides, things like that. So it's been adapted from the regular combine harvester. However, it will go over kind of some interesting setups. You can see on the rear axle there, it's got the pin straight through the middle. So we are able to actually get some really interesting angles on this thing, just to say that. It's not gonna be too crazy, but it is enough, which is very cool if you're familiar with like the John Deere Hilco stuff, that kind of thing. This is very similar, but because it fits with the normal it is the normal combine harvester. Honestly, this could have been an update with a few extra things. It's the exact same pack. Really, truly is at the end of the day. So with the 430, 450, you got engines between 231 horsepower and 258 with a capacity of 8,000 liters or 6,500, depending on which one you go for. And then the smaller guy, the 410 right here, just kind of based off of the one in the base game, 205 horsepower, 5,600 liters. And then, of course, we have a regular 6.2 meter header, and you can rock with a US edition. You've also got all these other options as well. I do love the different designs on these, so these are pretty sweet. I do really dig them, and we can go with the US edition on the CLAAS, which is super duper cool. So if you were wanting to do that, you could definitely do that. We do have the green on the bottom still. Is there something I did? Nope, it's just still there. Is it don't like that on all of them? Night edition, I would expect. The black edition, I wouldn't expect. No, they definitely forgot to change that thing up to green. All right, well, moving on. Next one is our Volvo Riedler pack. This one may look familiar to you because this mod was actually released super early this morning, and HR Force, the modders of this pack, actually made a post about it. So the very bottom of this post was made earlier today. Currently, the Volvo Riedler pack is available for download on Moda, but only on PC, and the mod wasn't even getting tested. Something must have gone wrong at Giants. We'll keep you updated. Please don't download that version. Well, then a couple hours ago, actually, well, it says 4 hours. I think at this point it was like 1 or 2 when I'm recording. They say the version was released by mistake. The mod is now back in regular testing. The version in ModHub should also be offline again soon until the mod final has been tested for everyone. Well, the good thing is it has, and it's out. And here it is. So we've got the truck itself, and then we have a regular trailer, and then we've got a little bit of a longer regular trailer. So let's take a look at some specs to start with. So we've got 600 horsepower. We can bump that up to 780. Wheel options from Continental, Nookin, BKT. We could change up a few things as well. Love that white lettering. We'll go with it. Front warning stripe. Yep, we got it. Roof setup. We got the sleeper or the Globetrotter. Lollipop mirror lamps. Of course. Love those little guys right there. Check it out. This has tons of options, by the way, so just be aware there's a lot. So from here we have the mud flaps, which are going to not only be on the rear, but we also have a couple other setups here as well. Love seeing those. Those are very cool. Bull bar. Yeah, buddy. If you're going to be doing some logging, you're going to need a bull bar. At least if you're me, you will. Roof bar. You can throw those on there as well with the lights. I love the lights they've used for these perfect options. Stacking reflector colors. Yeah, I like those too. You got the yellow and the orange and the red. Always good to have all of those. Headlight protection back around towards the front again. We have windscreen stone guard. Plus it says Volvo. It looks super cool. Aero parts, you can add those too. Let's see, where are the aero parts? Oh, there's just little bitty bits right there at the front. I guess that would help out with the grill as well. We've got optical side windows. We have a window truck cabin, window crane cabin. Yeah, check that out. Check that out. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That is super cool. Mirror caps color. We have the sun shield, flashing lights, horn, logo faceplate, back fenders in vehicle color, light board, chainsaw holder as well, beacon lights, marker lights, front wheel arches in vehicle color. Goodness gracious. Vehicle number, you can throw those up there as well. 1 through 16. Vehicle wrapping. It's going to be your livery options with those FH16 designs, and then colors for literally everything. As for the logging trailers in the back, well, we're going to see some pretty standard stuff. These are going to match up with what we've got on the truck. And then we also have IC, which could be used to control different things, but you only have that if you're on PC. I actually don't even know if the console version even shows IC or not. I have interactive control turned on, but rarely do I use it for anything other than testing. So, of course, you got all that. Wheels, lights, everything. Next on our list, the Strautmann VertiMix 1702. Just like the other mixers that Hispano Modding has converted over, this one also has a 200,000 liter capacity. Love that. Makes things so much easier with food and stuff like that. Honestly, in Farming Simulator, just makes it simple. You're not out there for half the morning making cattle feed. As far as your beacon lights, you've got those if you want them. It's just a yes or a no setup. Window tinting, of course, as per usual. And then as far as our specs go, either the 17,000 or 200,000 liter capacity, 24 miles an hour. It's got, 400 liters of fuel on board, 175 horsepower, just enough to get everything you need to do around a farm. Next was an interesting one. It is the Titan Harvesterpack. This pack includes modified versions of quite a few base game harvesters. So, of course, we've got stuff for green beans, spinach, peas, cotton. We've also got a combine harvester, a beet harvester, well, I guess it does potatoes as well. We've also got the Fendt Katana in here, and then we've got headers to match, so corn and sunflowers. We've also got the chopper there. We've got your harvester here, which will do all the things, and then we also have another grain head and another grain head, so 2 different ones to choose from. I think maybe I was expecting more, because obviously this is based off of the Lizard Colossus and similar mods to that. However, it doesn't offer as much. Also, everything has like this gray, orange, white. Kind of reminds me of the Sultan Classic from Benny's in GTA, that livery option that's on there that we've had for 10 years or whatever. These are pretty cool at the end of the day. However, they don't have any increased working width. So if you wanted to utilize this guy for green beans, I mean, it has a 150,000 liter capacity by default, and the modded version goes up to 2 million liters. However, other than wheel brands and colors, that is it. That's the only thing that you're going to be seeing that's any different. And to get 2 million liters of green beans, you're going to need a humongo field. Now, this could be beneficial to you if you have a huge field and you've planted green beans like an idiot. and you want to hire a worker and not do it yourself, well, that's a pretty good way to go about it. You just click it and let them go. Otherwise, this stuff is neat. You can change it up to colors. That's always very cool as well. However, like I said, there's no expanded range. Like this one, the only thing different about this one is colors. That's it. So you're just going to be changing up your color options. Same thing here for the Lexion. However, it does have an increased capacity by default, 2 million liters, and you cannot change that either. So you can't make these realistic, but you can make them super duper 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 unrealistic. We do have an unlocked color palette, which is always nice to see there. Yeah, but like I said, there's really not a whole lot to write home about other than, you know, it's here. This one's an interesting one as well. So you got the MacDon FD250. I mean, you got transport wheels, design US and EU, colors, but I mean, like the one in the base game literally has that stuff. I don't, and all the colors. I don't know what's different about that one from the one that's in the base game. Is it colors? No, all the colors. This is literally, oh, the belt is blue. That's the only thing you changed. Come on now. So is it a cool pack? Yeah, it's cool. But it does like half of what everything else does. So there's that. And some things, there's just not enough meaningful changes to have been added at all. It's unfortunate. And for anybody curious, yeah, working speed is still 6 miles an hour. And usually I don't like pointing things out like this, but let's point it out and say the quiet part out loud. Titan Harvester's pack today. And in the CLAAS pack, which again, I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. This has a lot of Titan branded headers on it. So something to point out there as well. Yeah. Well, not only that, they say Titan on them too. Look at that. Next to a cool one, KinnanFAB Big Burn, baby. You've been waiting on it, and it is now here. If you guys are wanting a really, really deep dive on this and the rollers as well, you can check that out on the community tab on my YouTube channel. I've got a full showcase video on both of these mods at the same time. Won't be going into it too much today, just to let you know it is here. We do have customization for support wheels. I do recommend those. They do pay off quite a bit. It's a little bit expensive, but it is what it is. Holds 1,892 liters of herbicide, 3.1 tons, 250 horsepower, 12.2 meters, 7 miles an hour, and it's got fire. So remember, this is a herbicide sprayer, technically, at the end of the day. So make sure you fill it up with herbicide, get it, take it, drop it down, turn it on, and drop. And whenever you do that, fire will be coming out. Now, in the version that I was using ahead of time, it was spouting out individual fire bits and bobs. However, this version right here, at least the crossplay version, is all going to be on all the time. But still very, very neat, isn't it? I think it's very, very cool. Now, does it work without any herbicide? I haven't even tried it yet. No, it doesn't. So make sure you guys use that. It is a weeder, if that wasn't clear. This is a weeder. I can imagine Precision Farming would be having a field day with this thing. I have no idea how that would work out. Maybe you guys can give it a try and let me know. Now, that's not the only Kinnan mod that we have today, because we also have the KinnanFAB Stalk Roller, also from JHHD Modding. This one actually has a mod requirement. It requires the John Deere 8R 2016-2018 US Series from JHHD Modding. I don't think that's the only one that it works with, but that is the one that we will showcase it with today. At the end of the day, this is a mulcher. So it shows as roller, however it will work as a mulcher, putting down everything. 100 horsepower is required, 6.3 meters at 18 miles per hour. The mod description also says that it works best whenever you are utilizing this on a map with stalk destruction, things like that. I don't know off the top of my head which maps do and do not have that. I do apologize. If you've got a list and you know all of them, hey, let us know down in the comments. So this is the mod that is required, the 2016-2018 US R8 model. It's an Audi now. However, it also works with JHHD's 2009 through 2011, and we even have a use with the 2022 through 2025 version as well. If we go through the front, do we need a different setup here? I don't believe so. I might just be able to utilize the one from the Kinnan Bernie boy right there. What was it called? Big Burn. That was it. Oh, crashed. Oh, it crashed and burned. Oh, that's great. So I just bought this the way that it is. It should work just fine. Here we go. Hey, we got it all hooked up. Nice and good. We can drop those rolls down. They work. Yeah, I mean, it works just fine. Like I said, we got a whole video on this. But as you can hear, we are mulching away. We are going to be putting down some good lines through here. Good lines indeed. But the good thing is, if you were doing any type of role play or anything like that, it does help protect your tires from getting all chunked up from the stalks. And, well, at the end of the day as well. Doesn't it look pretty cool? I think it looks pretty cool. Absolutely loving some of these new JHHG mods that have been coming out. He's doing a great job. Fantastic work on all of these. Absolutely love it. Next, we have the 1,000-liter diesel tank. This is a miscellaneous item, but I guess technically it's a weight. I'm not quite sure. Holds 1,000 liters of fuel, believe it or not. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, it looks like a front weight. However, it does hook up pretty normal. I mean, you've got your hitch right there. Love seeing that. Hook up and let it ride. Now, here's the thing as well. It doesn't come by itself. We also have a tractor triangle that is actually useful in this pack. So thankful for that. So thankful for a useful tractor triangle. Look at that. It even hooks up the way you would want it to. Oh, I think it looks so cool. Look at it. Just drops a little bit. Hooks up. Yeah. Ah, it was awesome. At the end of the day, it is fuel tanks. It holds diesel. It doesn't really feel like it weighs too much, although it is just 1,000 liters, so not too shabby at all. We can move things around. However, at least with this tractor, it doesn't look like things are lining up too well, although this is the reason why I don't use mods to test other mods. Still pretty neat, though. That's a big old chunky boy right there. I also acknowledge that I'm on a mod map testing mods right now. Yes, I get it. Next on the list, the Lizard FOP Weight. This pack includes 3 weights. We've got a 450, 750, and 1 ton weight. They are all exactly what they look like. No customization or anything like that. Hooks up via 3-point as per usual, and it has the weight very, very nicely listed on the front. Loving it. And you've even got a trailer hitch on there too. Very nicely done. Models look great. Nice and smooth. Perfect. I mean, these are brand new, dude. Here's something that I did not have on my Christmas bingo card. The John Deere HDS 918-4 ILM sprayer. Does John Deere make sprayers? I don't even know. They make everything else, so I assume they do. This is a 4 mile per hour max speed. I mean, it's the Karcher. It's the base game Karcher. Let's be honest here. It's set up very, very similarly. Take it. Turn it on. Push the rooski. John Deere. When you're ready. Skirt. How far can we get? That far. Not very far at all. No, let's push it forward a little bit more. Unlike the Karcher, I don't know if you can actually, I don't know why I'm looking at farmhouses. I don't know if you can actually buy one of these in the placeables. So the Karcher you could buy in the placeables or in the game. However, with this one, I don't believe you can. I think you only have to buy it from the mod hub. But yeah, they are the same, but you know, pretty sure John Deere puts their name on a bunch of stuff that's not there, so we'll let it pass. And we got some chainsaws for you guys as well. We got the STIHL MS 661C from Caston 18. It's been a little while since we talked about these at Farm Sim News. So here you go. You got the regular 661C for $2,200, and also for $2,200 you have the ported version. They actually have different engine sounds, but I don't know which one's which. So that's one of them. And that's the other one. I don't know which one's which, but I like that they're different. Just a reminder, if you ever need to sell hand tools, go into your pause menu and go into the ones like prices, vehicles, stuff like that. You can sell your hand tools here. Now we got placeables from A-Dub Mining. We got the chicken house, and this bad boy is just a decoration. So there's nothing to it, nothing going on. But if you've got a chicken pen or chicken pasture, whenever you've got your chickens in, and you want to throw one of these in there, well, you can. It is easy to find. Go into placeables and then others, and it's right here. Can we customize it? Nah, no customization. Next on our list, we got the grain boxes. They say it's a cheap way to store small amounts of grain that will perfectly fit into buildings and attics. So this is kind of interesting. We got a couple different spots through here. So we've got the heap. These are $5 each. 27,000, 10,000 and 7,000 liters respectively. As you can see, they're in different sizes, different shapes, and different heaps bits. And then we've also got them in a box setup here as well. So we've got the 10,000, let's see, 14.5, 16.5, 23.5, 26. Man, oh man, there's another 26, 38.5, and 38.5 here as well. $750 for a silo that holds 38,500 liters. Come on, that is awesome. This works just like anything else. So you're going to dump your stuff here. So wherever you see the trailer, dump there. And then to get it out, well, you simply bring a bucket or a trailer over this icon right here, that one, and then just click the load. And you're good to go. Works like every other silo, just doesn't have a spout. They are also, thankfully, very easy to delete. Next is the object storage package. This has 2 hulls. They're found in sheds, not silos, although this type of thing would be used in a silo configuration. So just be aware of that. They are storage buildings rather. So you can store up your bales and pallets with them. Object storage, if you will. Storage is empty. Naturally, we've got a dump trigger and a place to get everything out. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 150 there and 250 here. Now you're not going to believe this, but I've got a Polish house here with a full interior. Believe it or not. Hey, I'll show you around. Look at the windows. Oh, yeah. Look, you see? No triggers on the outside. This is maybe the first Polish house we've ever seen like this. Changing the game. It is from the Monteriggioni, and I think they've done a very, very good job here. This is not Roger's first mod. They've actually done quite a few sheds, buildings, and things like that. We do have a couple spots. First one, I just want to take you guys upstairs. There's a full attic as well. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Yeah, nice window to look out. They got a big old door over here, which we can open up, bring in bales or whatever else. Yay! It's so cool. I love it. We do have other little doors here and there, but as you can see from the windows down at the bottom, no basement area. Go ahead and shut that. Let's see. We'll come in here to the left-hand side. This is going to be 1 bedroom. We got a nice desk here showing off Felsbrunn. It's been a while since we've seen that. And then we have the town office here. So this person, whoever lives here, must be very, very important. If we come into here, we've got our sleep trigger, which has been modified to fit perfectly little right there. And then we got a place to change our clothes. Very grateful for that. We got another door here into the living area. Pretty cool little setup here. I like it. Maybe too many speakers. You're going to get sound from a lot of weird ways there. We have lights, so turn on your lights. Make sure you do that. There's 2 more doors in the kitchen. They do not open, but, well, I wouldn't expect them to open, so it's all good. And now we made our way back around towards the front of the house. Super pumped. Man, Polish house with an interior. Told you, Roger's changing the game. I knew it was too good to be true. Back to reality. Small red brick house. All the triggers are outside. And your last new one for all platforms today is going to be Monteriggioni. I think I said that right. I didn't say it right at all. It's a new Italian map, I believe, for all platforms today. Very cool. They say it's not a 1-to-1 recreation of the region, but it is inspired by it. For sure. It's actually based on a little medieval town, which is very cool. That's why you're going to see like a whole castle. Well, I say castle, it's really just a town inside of an area right here. Kind of reminds me of one of the F1 races that they went to this year. Was it Baku? Maybe? I can't remember. The map itself is packed up pretty good, but it does have some pretty decent sized fields as well. There's a lot of fields on this map, as you can see all the way around. So if you do like arable farming and things like that, definitely you want to check this one out. It does have some logging in here as well, which is always nice. Here is your little area right here. We do have a sell point inside as well, which is super cool, so you can deliver stuff to that. Love it very, very much so. Nice rounded off fields and things like that. It's really interesting looking all the way back from like Farm Sim 1719 to what we've got now. Used to, everything was a square field. Now, I don't even know if there's a square field on this map. I don't even know if there's a right angle on this map. Well, there's a few right angles, but they're still rounded off. As far as what we get in new farmer mode, well, we're going to get a couple small areas. Of course, we have our main farm right here. That's going to be its own farmyard. Farmland number 1. Always appreciate when it's separate. We also get farmland number 10 right here. 120 there. I thought there was one more, but maybe not. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see that green. I don't complain about it quite often, but hopefully the next game's red so we can actually see stuff. As far as the crops go, well, here you go. Actually, as a matter of fact, speaking of crops, we've got some new ones that have been added to the mix. So we have hummus activator, mustard, mileage sage, maize silage, rye triticale, spelled vetch, rye green, rye and field grass. A lot of people are using most of those these days. Here is your growth calendar, where green is planting and red is harvesting, as per usual. Jumping down to animals. Well, we get a couple chickens to start off with, 16 of them, but nothing too wild and crazy. As we make our way down, if you like AI, well, you're going to love the contracts. And if you hate AI like I do, you're going to hate these so much, it's not even funny. But there you go. Nonetheless, there's some AI junk for you. We also have some production chains. We have a couple extended greenhouses and oil mills. We also have a bunch of other stuff to go through. Very cool. Like that. Finances, really, who cares with that? But we do have our vehicles. As per usual, always like to jump through and look at these. So here you go. With this being an Italian map, we will see some equipment that I think would be pretty straightforward through that area of the world. I do like to showcase the main farm, at least so you guys can get an idea of where you're going to be starting. Some people don't like it. And if you don't like the main farm, well, it's maybe hard to get into the map a little bit. Nonetheless, there you go. There is your main farm. And here are your 11 required mods. Yeah. 11. Now let's talk updates for all platforms. You got the JCB TM420S from Ralston Mods version 1011. They fixed the door texture, fixed the tire long error, and added IC. Maschio Gaspardo Toro Isotronic version 105. They fixed the lowering issue from the ground with some tractors and corrected some visual things. Next up, we got a map update. Pfraunstetten from our buddy Yogi version 1002. Precision farming adjusted. Rain in farm buildings has been fixed, and Highlands Fishing DLC ready. And lastly, Hagenstedt version 1.2. They fixed an issue where the meadow could not be plowed and added puddles. Now we jump over to new ones for PC and Mac players. We have the Seguip XS 460 sprayer. This bad boy holds 4,600 liters of liquid fertilizer and herbicides. Can weigh 4.7 tons, 28 meter working width, 7 miles an hour. You got your Trelleborg TM600s on there, pretty standard stuff, but you can change it up to the 100s if you want to make them a little bit skinnier. It's going to cost you $66,000. Second up, the Maschio HB3000. This is a Power Harrow, 85 horsepower, require 3 meter work width, 7 miles an hour. We do have some pretty cool stuff here. We do have a drill lift on the back, so you can run a drill on the back, or I guess whatever 3 meter implement you want to run. And then we've got a couple different setups for your roller. And our last new one for PC and Mac players is going to be that red tape. This is a mod that adds depth to the game by introducing policies, schemes, and taxes. Schemes doesn't seem legal. Moving on, policies include animal welfare and environmental regulations that, if not followed, can result in fines or other penalties. Schemes offer opportunities for additional income. I figured they would, or benefits, but may come with their own set of requirements, like paying back your Uncle Vinny. Also, tax adds, I added that last part. Tax also adds a layer of financial and management requiring players to budget for regular tax payments based on their farm's income and activities. Like schemes? I'm making this mod something that it's not, but it seems like it is. Oh my goodness. They do say that the performance in complying with the policies can impact the quality of rewards from schemes and even after-tax benefits. You can see the help menu in-game for more information. We can pop in, take a couple look at some screeny sketch, huh? What do we got here? Well, we got the compliance performance. They say you should not let manure sit idle indefinitely. Ensure you spread at least 50% of the manure that you produce on a rolling basis. If you don't produce manure, you will not be affected by this policy. However, the report will update monthly, and the full valuation for payouts and or fines will incur in May and November. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So it shows you everything that you've got through there. That's pretty cool. As far as this one, let's see. This is our schemes. So what does it say? Encourages setting aside a portion of your farmland, providing a rest from constant work. You'll receive a bonus for land left clear of crops for at least 9 months leading up to December. If over 7.41 acres qualify, then all crops sold in the following tax year will qualify for a 5% tax rate. Very cool. And then you've got your evaluations and things right through there. That is very, very interesting. Not the way I thought schemes were going to work. And then we got another one right here. Brand demo. Hagenstedt are offering your farm the opportunity to demo some equipment for 1 month. The exact specification of the demo vehicle is determined at the point that you sign up for the scheme. The following equipment will be provided for the duration of it. That's neat. So you've got natural fertilizer, natural grazing, brand demo, and reduced bell wrapping. That's neat. How neat is that? That is pretty darn cool. And your Uncle Vinny doesn't even have anything to do with it. Perfect. Here we are in the game. I'm on the new map that was released today for all platforms that I still can't pronounce, and you can see some of the different things that we've got through here. The policies, which we need to make sure that we follow for, this one's a little smaller, animal breeding. It requires animals to always have sufficient feed available. Keep feeding troughs topped off and accessible at all times to prevent hunger and meet welfare standards. That's pretty straightforward stuff through there. Schemes right here. We've got reduced bell wrappings. The wrapping bells consumes plastic and prevents the spread of seeds during transportation. The scheme does not punish you for wrapping bells. It only rewards you when you choose the alternative, such as making hay bales instead of using a forage wagon. Interesting. And I always have natural fertilizer in there. We got our tax set up right here. I'm just in the game right now. So this expense is $29, even though it's been 30. Gotta love farm sim. There's always one missing somehow, some way. And then we have an event log. There you go. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. And lastly today, one of my favorite mods of all time, the additional game settings. This will be version 1005. They've added the tooltips for disabling the interface options and improved the compatibility with some mods. And there you go. That is all of the mods I've got for you for today. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you new. Enjoy the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I'm preparing one heck of a mod preview for you guys for this weekend. As it stands right now, there's no Let's Plays this weekend, but I'm going to have a 2-part, maybe even a 3-part map preview. You can probably guess which map it is, but it is going down this Saturday and Sunday morning. So make sure you guys are stay tuned and tune in for that, and have a great day. Enjoy the mods. We'll see you later.